Okay, the next thing we're going to do is make the blueberry filling for the tart. And I have 1 cup of my blueberries that I took out from the 2 pints. Remember, there's 4 cups here. I'm going to just stick 1 cup there. Then I'm going to take 3/4 cup of sugar and stick it in there. I'm going to put this over the stove and heat that, and then I'm going to show you what it's supposed to look like once I get it. I want the sugar melted, and I want it to almost come to a boil. Okay, as you can see, I've melted the sugar in here with the blueberries, and now I'm going to add my cornstarch, or you can use arrowroot, with some water. So there's 3 tablespoons of arrowroot and 3 tablespoons of water. And I'm going to mix those together in the bowl, and then I'm going to slowly add this to that. Okay, so let's put this in here. This is the arrowroot or the cornstarch. You can use either one. Now let's add some water to it. Okay, we're going to mix it together. Okay, and make sure that it's totally mixed in before you add the blueberries. It's just like making a roux. You want to slowly, when you do a flour water, you want to slowly add the hot liquid to something cold. And this is a thickener, so you want to do it slowly. Then we're going to add it back into the pot and heat it up. I'm just going to slowly put that in there. Okay. And mix it while I'm adding it in. Okay, I'll just stick it all in there. Okay, and then I'm going to stick it back into the pan, and then I'm going to heat it again. It's not clear because the cornstarch or the arrowroot that you used is white. It makes it a cloudy appearance. So I'm going to put it back into the stove, and I'm going to bring it to a boil, and all that cloudiness will become clear. It'll be really beautiful. Then we'll add our whole blueberries back into there. Okay, now that I've taken this and I brought this to a boil with my cornstarch or my arrowroot, I'm going to add some spices to it. I have half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I'm going to add that to this, and I'm going to just sprinkle it here and stir it in. Okay. Then I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg and stir that in. And then I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of butter and stir that in. Okay, and then I'm just going to incorporate that all together. Oh, it smells delicious. The flavor of the cinnamon and the nutmeg with the blueberries, hot steamy blueberries. Okay. Just make sure the butter is melted. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the blueberries, I'm going to let that set for a minute. I'm going to stick the blueberries, the remaining 3 cups, and stick it in a bowl. Now I use frozen, but you can use fresh, whatever is in season. Currently the blueberries are not in season, so I'm just using frozen. Okay, this butter's, if you want it to go a little faster, just break the butter up in pieces. Even though I did, it started to cling to itself. There they go. Okay. Okay, and now that that's almost done, I'm going to stick it in here. And then I'm going to just let it set while I get my crust ready. So let me grab a spatula. And I'm going to just stick it all in there. Okay, it looks like the butter's all in there now. I'm going to stick this because it's going to get hot. And I'm just going to stir this in all together. And I'll just scrape out my pan. Basically, you're just making the juice, the thickening juice, to the pie itself or the tart itself. And you use blueberries, sugar, and then a thickener, and just a little bit of water. You don't want to put all the blueberries in because you want whole blueberries in your tart. So that's ready to just put it into my tart once I get the pastry done. Okay, now that that's incorporated, I'm just going to let it sit until I get my pastry done.